Hey guys, in this video we're going to discuss what is a photography portfolio, how to build one, and why you need one. My name is Sam and I've been a professional photographer for 12 years. I help photographers all over the world learn the skills to grow their business. So let's get started right from the beginning. What is a photography portfolio? A portfolio is a curated selection of your work that shows not only the best, but the most relatable content to your client. As a photographer myself, I have worked on many fields, different kinds of niches and different types of photography, and I have experience in a lot of different areas. I choose to show on my website only my fashion and travel work, but what if I have other client requests? What if they reach out for a job that I have experience on that is not on my website? Or if it's something that I want to do that I only have selected images here and there. Sending them to my website might lose them. If they have to hunt for work that feels relatable to them and that is something that they can see their work reflected on, if they have to go through a lot of images to find that, they might just simply go, this isn't the right photographer for me, and move on. So of course, we don't want to lose potential clients. We want to cater to them in the easiest way. We want them to feel seen. We want them to feel like our work is exactly what they're looking for. So that's why we create portfolios for them. So when it comes to creating a portfolio, the very first thing you need to do is decide on the topic or the niche. Like I said, I've done work in a lot of different photography niches, so I have a few different portfolios that are prepared already, and I send them via email depending on the request that I get from a client. This is good for a lot of reasons. Reason number one, it is fast. You can just attach it on an email, send it over, and they don't have to waste any time clicking outside of that email to get to the actual photos. It gets to the point and it is specifically to them. So I'll talk a little bit about this. You can have your pre-made portfolios for different niches, but when a client reach out, you can always go and modify the portfolio to make sure you include the images that you know they're gonna wanna see. There are some platforms online that even allow you to upload your documents and they will track clicks and opens. This is a great way to know if your client has opened and viewed the document, and it makes it a little bit easier to follow up with them. So when it comes to building a portfolio, it is great to do this because it gets to your clients directly, it makes their job easier, and you can be very specific to what they're showing. Next up is curation and why it matters. Simply put, quality over quantity. This is very hard to do for a lot of photographers. We love an entire shoot, we love all of the images, and we find it really hard to select those that are just the best. In this case, I always say it's great to ask for help. Do you have photographer friends? Do you have a mentor? Do you have somebody that you can turn to and ask them to help you pick the best 2 to 3 images per shoot so you can narrow it down? You don't want to repeat too many images from the same shoot because you want to show a range of ability and creativity. And get creative. It doesn't matter where the photo came from. If it shows the client the type of work that they want to see, if it shows the client the type of images they want to hire you from, if this was a collaboration shoot you did, if this was a non-paid shoot that you did, it doesn't really matter. People are going to be looking at the work and they're going to be looking at what you can create and what you can do for them. So as long as the images speak for themselves, it doesn't matter where they came from. This is why it's so important that when you're putting together a portfolio and when you're looking to do the kind of work that you want to do, you take the time to create the work that you want to attract. This is in a way being aspirational. You want your clients to see themselves in your images. You want to get them excited about the possibility of working with you and picturing their product themselves or whatever it is they're hiring you for in those images. So this is why it's so important that you put only your best work, the top of the top, and a very highly curated portfolio. And of course, doing the proper curation of your work is going to help with setting the right expectations. This is going to help your clients know what to expect from you. This is going to help your clients envision what the shoot is going to look like. And it's going to make you feel at ease, knowing that your clients know what they're going to get out of it. It's already been discussed and you just have to show up and do what you do. That's it, that's all. Next up is how many images to include. To be honest, there isn't a set number of images. There isn't a number that I can say this is the perfect amount, but I would say that people have a very short attention span. So you want to make sure that your portfolio is as short as possible, but with enough variety as possible. So depending on the niche, depending on the type of client that you have, I would say anywhere between 15 to 20 images is a good place to start. Anything more than 20-25 images, you're gonna start losing people's attention. Of course, this is going to depend on how you create the actual portfolio, how big the images are, how many pages, but I would say 15 to 20 images is going to give a client a good idea of what you're capable of, a good idea of what your images look like, and a good variety of work to really show the extent of your capacity. Okay, last but not least, how to actually build your portfolio. First, pick your best and only the best images. Go through them as many times as you need to. Go back and forth. I love to use Lightroom to compare images, to put them together, to use a starring system to narrow down from 100 images to 50 to 30 and then to your final 15 to 20. And make sure you're using only the absolute best. Like I said, you don't want to repeat from shoots. Of course, if you don't have enough variety and you have to, you can repeat images from a shoot. Just try to create enough variety so it looks like you're diverse. Next is organize the images and curate them in a beautiful flow. You want somebody to be looking at your work and feel like they are going from one page to the next and they are taken through a journey. It feels like a story. It feels like you're getting a message across. And lastly, the best tool that I found to create portfolios is Canva. I've done portfolios on Lightroom, I've done portfolios on my website, I've done portfolios on Photoshop, I've hired graphic designers to do portfolios for me, and I have to tell you, Canva is the best tool out there because you can create a template, you can replace the images as you go, you can duplicate it and take things out. As your new work comes in or as you're creating new work for clients, you can replace images easily. And then if you want to create something specific for a new client, you can just copy the project, you can duplicate it and replace the images that you need. You can even add a proposal at the end, and it's gonna allow you to change things on the go very, very easily. You don't have to make this complicated. Go into Canva, pick a template you like, or create a template of your own, and then every time you need to make a new portfolio, use the same thing, just replace the images, replace the title or the topic, and continue on. The last thing I wanna mention on this video is what to include in your portfolio. Make sure that your portfolio has a cover page. So it is obvious that it's you and they cannot lose it. If you are sending this to potential clients, there's a chance that you're receiving hundreds of emails or that other photographers have submitted their portfolio or that they might download it on the computer and forget where this came from later. So do not rely on simply because you send it from your email that people are gonna know where this came from. So super, super important, have a cover page that has your name and it is obvious that it's you and what the portfolio is about. Make sure that your portfolio is in a PDF format. This is going to guarantee that people can open it on their phone, on their computer, on the go, no matter where they are. You wanna make this as simple as possible. If somebody's gonna have a hard time opening the file, they ain't gonna open it. It's gonna go straight into trash and never to be seen again. So make sure that you're exporting your files in a high resolution PDF so the images are really beautifully seen, but not too high that they can download it on email. You can do a little bit of testing to see what's the perfect resolution for you. And the last thing you want to include is, of course, your contact information. Like I said, you want to make sure people know where this came from, how to contact you, and you want to make this so easy that it's a no-brainer. So make sure you have your email, phone number, website, social channels to make things easier for your clients. If you can hyperlink to an email send or you can hyperlink directly back to your website, again, you want to make this so simple for them that you are going to be the obvious choice. So that's how to build a photography portfolio, what you need to include, and why you should do one in a nutshell. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm going to be creating another video for you on how to actually create this on Canva. If you like this video, if you're ready for the next one, if there's anything else you want to know, leave me a comment below and I'll get back to you. See you next time.